I started blogging a long time ago. I had a blog that was more personal, and since I came to Lincoln, I started working with the Lincoln Planning Review Journal, which is an open access journal. Soon after, we started the Solar blog, which is the school blog, where we publish some research-related topics. And for around a year, I think, I have my personal blog, which is focused on my research and the process of doing a PhD. I'm quite careful with how I publish it. I try not to publish my results, and what I try to do is to start a conversation. It's pretty much like presenting a paper in a conference. I think when you present a paper in a conference, you expect feedback, and that's what I expect from my readers in my blog. So I have had quite good feedback in the same sense that I would have in conferences, questions, and have you thought about this? Can you tell me more about your methods? Do you think this method would be applicable to what I'm doing? What I'm doing is this thing. So in that sense, I think it has been very valuable in terms of starting conversations and shortening distances with other researchers. My intention is not to be polemic, it's to actually open thoughtful conversations. So I try to be quite careful with what I put out there. And I don't think I have actually had any more like hard questions or topics or challenges in this sense. I have had quite a lot of good questions in the sense of maybe you're missing this point, maybe you should be looking here or there. In my experience as a PhD candidate, it made a huge difference in terms of motivation, in terms of time management and career advice and research exchange, what I have actually learned from it. Be helpful. The first thing is that it's not all about us and what we are doing, but it's also about how what we are doing can be useful for others. I think the biggest value of being a blogger is to create a community, and you just create a community if you are helping others. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I would say, be very careful with what you're publishing. You don't want to publish too much. You still need your formal publication, so be wise with what you put out there that is not peer-reviewed and referenced. And the value of the blog is to start something and to generate conversations. And I guess the third thing that I would say is that I am very passionate about it, and I think there's a huge conversation going on out there, and it's always a choice not to be part of it, but the conversation is going to happen anyway, with or without PhD candidates that might decide not to be part of it. So, and I think the only person missing out is the ones that decide not to be.